Well, Nat,
Yes.
big day today, right?
Yes, big day.
Why is it a big day today?
Today have that little house
The
cow.
little house got delivered.
Yes.
One bedroom,
Uh-huh.
one bathroom, right?
Yes.
Excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, it's cute. It came complete with all the electric fixtures, air conditioning, curtains, the windows with the mosquito screens, and security bars on the side. And we had them put in an extra door and an extra window in the bathroom. And then that will connect to what?
Kitchen.
The kitchen, that's right. And the guys are going to come back in a couple days and put the poles up for the kitchen. I'm JC. This is Nat. Together we've helped hundreds of foreigners get more life for less money by having a retirement in Thailand. Now we've set out on a new adventure with the help of Danoi, Gagao, and Gopher. Together, join us on our journey while we turn this into this and make a full forest and help make Thailand green again. So we did an offering to the gods, or to somebody, or to something, for blessing for the house. And on the pole that's here, you can see we put some flowers and some things, ritualistic items, to bless the house. Now the house had already been built before and was placed there, so a ceremony didn't happen for that, but for the first pole of a home that you're building or something like that, there'll be a blessing to bless the process, bless the house and all. Now, if you're wondering, okay, so what goes on the pole and what's said during that little blessing and things like that, it's pretty objective, and it's based on local traditions. And so it's about as arbitrary as the responses to COVID. It depends on who you're asking, where you're asking, and things like that. And so, but I think intention is always important. I think intention is more important than anything else in life, and this applies to this as well. Your intention is to bring good karma to the project. And same thing like when somebody talks to you and says something, if they say something that aggravates you and makes you feel uncomfortable, ask, was that their intention to make you feel uncomfortable? If it wasn't, and you just interpret it that way, then what's to get upset about? And so putting intentions out into the universe and into life and into events and things that you do, I think is really important. And understanding other people's intentions behind what they're doing is important as well, and doesn't get you caught up in the emotional aspects of what's happening. But it's been blessed, things are good to go, and hopefully good karma will befall our little project. So Nat,
Yes.
the guy, MacGyver, we call him MacGyver, the solar guy, is just finishing up, and as you can see out the window, it's almost nighttime. It is 6:30 p.m. He's been here since about 1 o'clock, right?
About that,
And he hooked it all up. We're connected, and we just came in and tested. And what do we have, Nat? We have AC! So, and it's hardly drawing anything. I think it's 2.8 amps it's drawing out of our system. 3 thumbs up. But that's good, huh?
Yeah,
High five. High five. So, we're good to go with the solar now. We got lights, as you can see. Lights are on. Air conditioning is on. We're good to go, right? I just have to hook up a pump so we have water from the tank out back. You can see the blue tank through the window. And we'll put a little 12-volt pump on there to pump to supply our sink, our toilet, and the kitchen when we have it. Good to go. And the shower. We need a shower too, right?
Yeah.
So things are looking good.
Yes.
and I'll talk about how much all this costs and what we have in the next video. See ya! Well, today is the big day, the auspicious day of moving into the little house officially. And what does that curtail? That means the monk is going to come bless the little house and get it ready for occupants. And we've got our little spirit house here that we've got, and the monk will come and I think bless that, bless our house. And while he's here, and Nat said, let's have him bless the truck and a couple other things, even though we had the truck blessed when we bought it. So that's the deal. That's what's happening. And we'll be giving you some shots of the actual blessing here. So let's give you an update and answer some questions that I got asked. First, the update. See our little spirit house? Done deal. The house has been blessed inside and out, and we're good to go. We can move in, and today was the auspicious day that the monk came and we took care of that, and so now we're good to go. So that's a done deal. I can start moving stuff into there. Actually, we moved a little bit in there, but not too much. But now we can officially hang. And we're still working on some landscaping and stuff like that. And somebody broke my pipe that was buried here, so I got to repair that. Now, the question about the solar. We've got 8 solar panels, which are connected to a hybrid inverter and 2 200 amp gel sealed batteries, which 200 amps will give us about 100 amp hours of power. So the only thing we're running right now are lights inside, the 9,000 BTU air conditioner, which is there, which we don't run too often. We probably run it at night, which the air conditioner is running about 2.8 amps. So we'd be able to run that most of the night, no problem. Now, the other thing is water. The water was hooked up when we bought the house, but I have to supply the water. So we had this water tank, and I had the brilliant idea of just getting a little 12 volt. The question was, before I get into that, the question was 69,000 baht for everything for the solar, and did that include the solar panels and the stand that they're on? And by the way, the stand is cemented into the ground. And the answer to that was yes. The man who installed the solar came out and built the stands and put the solar panels up, and those stands are cemented into the ground. But I didn't want the inverter, which makes noise when it's under load, the fan comes on, and 200 amp hours worth of batteries in this little small space. So what I did was I took the stand, and the people who poured this concrete and those poles for our kitchen, I had them pour this little slab underneath these solar panel stands, and then I came back and I sided it with this steel siding and roofing. And as you can see, it's not sealed tight or anything. This is all contained in here now. And there's our 200 amp hour batteries. But also I can use this as a shed to keep tools and stuff, so we don't have to keep them next door, because now we do a lot of work here. So that was the question, did it include that? And the answer was yes. I went ahead and made the shed underneath it. So that's what was included. Now the problem I'm having with the water, if you listen closely while I'm talking, you hear because I had the brilliant idea of taking a 12 volt pump, and it's got a pressure switch on it. It's a little 12-volt pump here, and connect it up to 12 volts on our battery, and power. This has got a pressure switch, so it'll power the water into the house, which was a great idea. Oh, did you hear that? What's happening is the pressure from that is a little too high, and it's pushing water. We have a leak somewhere, and I think it's coming from the toilet valve. It's pushing enough pressure where it's making it actually leak some of the pressure, and then you hear it cycle a little bit. And when we turn on the water, it's pretty noisy. So I wasn't real thrilled with that. Now this is actually this pump can actually be used as a mister pump. So I can use it and connect it to little misting valves and mist the area when it's hot and cool things down. So we might still use this 12-volt pump. But what I'm going to do today is replace that pump with this 220-volt pump, which was a lot more expensive. But we'll see if this actually solves our issue of that cycling of the water, this automatic water pump. And it's got a little tank and stuff like that on it. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to upgrade our water supply with that to pump. And then, like I said, I'll probably use this little pump later to do some misting around here. But that's the update. So now the monks have come, we're good to go. Some of our plantings are in senescence now, and we've learned a lot about what to plant, how to plant, and we'll be moving on with that in the future. But we got to get set up here for living first and have a place to cook and things like that, and then we'll start producing food to cook. But we got an idea what will grow, what won't grow, how we're going to grow things and stuff like that. And so that's the update. Right, Nat? Right, Danoy? There you go. It's official now. Is that the sound of our pump? No, that's the sound of... What do you call this thing coming down the road, Natster? What do you call this? What do you... Road tuk tuk. Tak tak. Road tak tak. Carrying all the wood they cut, Nat. Nat loves it that they're cutting down all the trees while we're trying to plant all the trees.
We grow the wood, they cut the wood.
Yeah, we grow the wood, they're cutting the wood. And I can't let you hear the pump because our new pump is quiet, especially compared to that guy. So anyway, I replaced the little 12-volt pump that used to sit up here that had a problem with the pressure switch to this guy. This is our new pump. And if you're wondering how much this cost, this was 1,800 baht, which is about $60. So that's how much. And let's see how quiet this is compared to the other one. The other one was noisy. Nat, go ahead and turn on the water. And that's how quiet it is. Go ahead, turn it off, Nat. There you go, our new pump. Pretty cool, huh? So now we got water. And I'm not sure how many days this tank will hold before we have to fill it up again, but it's real easy to fill up. Just turn on our deep well submersible, fill that baby up, and we're good to go. And it's been raining since I hooked this up. It started raining. I hooked the electrical up under an EUA, emergency use authorization. So I've got this plugged into an outlet, running to an extension cord to this guy. And later it'll be run into the shed and hooked up to the inverter in there. But for right now, we got an EUA to get a pump and get water. Well, gang, we thought we would do something a little bit different this week and have you hang out with us for a day in the life on a farm in Isan, Thailand. Enjoy. Farm alarm. Where's the farm alarm? There's the farm alarm. The kids waking us up in the morning. Hey, the farm alarm. We also get greeted with some weed eating. It doesn't happen every day, but a lot of days it starts out with this guy cutting the grass across the road to feed his cows. Get up early on the farm. Hey, good morning. And if you're wondering what time it is, it's 7:30 in the morning. Nat and I used to sleep late at the beach, but as you can see, that doesn't happen out here on the farm. But we do go to bed much earlier than usual because, well, for a number of reasons. Everything shuts down, it's quiet at night, and we don't want to use a bunch of power keeping all the lights on, and it attracts a lot of bugs and stuff. Even though we have all the screens and everything, we keep the lights low in the evening as well. And so we turn in pretty early and get up early. So that's how the day starts out at the farm. What time is it, Natster?
Time for coffee.
Coffee time, that's right. And because we don't have a kitchen yet, this is my morning cafe. Yes. On the porch. So, heat up some coffee. I haven't got into drinking my fresh roasted, fresh ground coffee here yet, but we can because we have the power, right, Matt?
Yes.
Yeah, but just not yet. Haven't done that yet. So after I get up, brush my teeth and stuff, then it's coffee time. Now usually, in most places we live, I would get on the internet and check email and stuff like that. And I can still do that. In fact, I probably will do that, check email. But a lot of links and everything I get in emails are to videos and stuff about all the things that are happening in the world. And I'm trying to not wake up and have that the first thing in my life, just to, I'm going to say, enjoy the farm life, but the weed eater today is not that's not conducive to the peaceful farm life. But I will check emails, but I don't want to either start my day with the bad things happening in the world or end my day. At night now, reading a book or watching something that has nothing to do with the events happening around the world, so that I wake up in a good state of mind and go to sleep in a good state of mind. Today, that's a little bit hard though because of that weed eater across the road. But the water's boiling, coffee time. Yakกินอะไร ฮะ
น้ำ
อยากกินอะไรน้ำอย่างเดียวเหรอ
ใช่กินกับซีเรียล
ไม่เอาซีเรียลเหรอ เอาซีเรียลไหม
เอา
I don't know. Comes over for his morning cereal. His morning granola.
ออกมอร์นิ่ง
Also in the morning we get to do English lessons, right, Danai? English lesson. Learn English. Yes. How was your night? Did you sleep good?
Good.
Good. One word, huh? Good. I slept good.
I sleep good.
Yeah. Was it cool last night?
Cool.
Cool. One word. Cool. So when you learn to speak Thai and you answer, all you gotta do is one word. Hiu cow mai? Hiu. Hungry. What's the other one?
Bye, Mai.
Bye mai?
Bye.
Bye. Go. Yeah. One word. Prehistoric.
Chop
Caveman
mai.
language, huh?
Chop Mai.
Chop mai?
Chop.
Chop. Like. Yeah, there you go.
Serious.
And here's our granola has shown up. Granola. Granola time. Have a little breakfast with my coffee. Let's see. So it's exercise time. Before you get too excited, this is only like the second or third day we've done this. But key is to get up early. It's 8:30 now, and you got to do this before it starts to get hot. Because after about 9 o'clock, it's too hot to do this. So trying to get in the habit of doing this, and it'd be great if we could do it every day. Not sure if we'll get done the way to do it every day. Some are more happy than others to be doing this. So anyway, exercise time. Be good if we could get in the habit of doing this. So we got a little farm update. We exercise. Now it's about almost 9 o'clock, right? It's starting to get warm. The idea is to get everything done work-wise. It's going to take effort and energy before about 9 o'clock because it starts to get warm.
Yeah.
So from about 9, 10 o'clock, then we'll go in and shower and stay cool, do things that we can do indoors, right? Until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then come back out and do work. So any kind of planting or anything like that needs to be done in the morning. Same with running, exercising. But we wanted to talk about an update here. And that is, we had talked about before about the people who put the poles up doing the kitchen as well. So the people who were going to put up the poles and did the cement here gave us a price for the labor, right? To do the kitchen. And how much was that?
For people work, 20,000.
About 20,000 baht. And they gave us a list of supplies, and then we were going to go price them out. And we said, well, it seems maybe a little expensive. And so we had some people that live in the Muban, or the neighborhood that's not far from here, the other direction. And they had built the kitchen for your parents or the house?
The kitchen.
The kitchen for her parents that we did before. So we said, let's go ahead and contact them and see what they gave us for the price. So the people who did the slab and put up the poles said it was going to be 20,000. How much did this guy say?
15.
15. So we could save 5,000 baht. So we're like, okay, good. Now he gave us a list of the supplies, and we went into the local town, the local community, where it's like a hardware store, and they supply everything. And how much was the supplies to get for his list from Nong Hong?
Only for make the roof, the steel.
Yeah, this is only for the roof, not for the walls or anything else. So we're going to talk about the roof first. So the people, just to do the roof, is how much?
3,500.
3,500 baht and to put up the roof.
And you want the cap under the big roof, 1,500.
Yeah, they have a little extension on the front that you can have, an overhang, which was another 1,500. Okay. And so it was cheap for them just to do. So we're going to do this in stages. So we said just the roof. So the supplies just for the roof in town was how much?
24,000 baht.
Okay, 24,000 baht. And that was not insulated roofing. That was just the steel or aluminum roof. I think it's steel. I'm not even thinking it's aluminum. So we were going down the road the other day and yesterday, and we saw another place. It's a roofing place, and we stopped in and said, let's just stop, get the price from them.
Yeah.
How much was it from them with insulation on the roofing? 21,000. And that's with insulation, so it pays to shop. And as you can see, what do we got here?
Stock the roof.
The stock is here, and we're waiting on the people to come do this. So that's the update on the roof. And as far as the farm planting and stuff, we bought some more coconut palms, some more pine trees, some more flowering trees, and a couple more fruit trees that we're going to try and get in the ground. And because of the rain and stuff, we're just trying to keep everything level. And then I want to make some greenhouses to do, and that's cactus, my orchids that I want to do, and then we'll do one for the annual vegetables, so like lettuce, and what else are we going to grow in there? Lettuce. Okay.
Sure,
Lettuce, herbs, and stuff like that. That's stuff that's hard to grow in the harsh sunlight. So there you go. That's the update. And we'll continue with what we do in a day on the farm. But it's starting to get hot, even the sun on our back. You can see Nat's starting to sweat already. So it's starting to get hot. I'm not sure how much we'll get done. Then we're going to hibernate and do other things. We need to do laundry and stuff today as well. But there you go. Back at you here in a little bit. So the heat of the day is also a good time to run errands, to go do things. Why? Because we're in the aircon, the car with the air conditioner, get away from the heat. So we can run errands, so this is a good time to do that. And what are we going to go do now?
Laundry.
We're going to go do some laundry. Now we have a washing machine, don't we?
No.
Yes. In Cha'am we have a washing machine. And we're not spending hardly any time in Cha'am. So we're thinking about the possibility of bringing that over. And anything that takes a lot of electricity in the daytime when there's full sun on sunny days, we can run just about anything with 8 solar panels. And so it wouldn't even take it wouldn't take anything from the battery on a sunny day. It would all run off solar panels. So we're thinking about that. That would be good, because right now we have to go into town to do the laundry in the machine. Could do it by hand, but it takes too long and it's not so good for the clothes, I think. So also it's a good opportunity when we go into town for me to get what?
Coffee.
Coffee, that's right. So we're going to do a little laundry and stay out of the heat. And the laundry machines are right at where our room is.
Yeah.
So we can actually duck into the room and turn on the air as well if we wanted to. Or we can run other errands while it's washing. But yeah, heat of the day is a good time to do errands. So that's what we're doing. All right, Natster. So it turned out to be a big day, didn't it?
Yes, big day again.
So we headed into town, got our laundry done, and it's starting to rain right now.
Yeah.
Did we get our laundry dry?
Dry already.
Yeah, we got the laundry dry. We got lucky about that. And we got back. We had to come back because what happened? Look at this. Yeah, kitchen's going up. They spent what, about 3 hours here or something? And they got this up. I think in another day they'll be finished. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, tomorrow, one more day. So I just want to update some of the things. We've been trying to just we haven't done much to the farm. We planted some more trees, right? Yeah. We have drip irrigation now out into the outlying areas. I don't know if I ever talked about that. So we got drip irrigation out there now. We hooked up the water into the house with the better pump. We talked about that. Yeah. And
with the sink now.
Yeah. Now we weren't sure when the kitchen was going to be put up. So instead of going into the house every time when we have to wash our hands or something, I hooked up a sink. We already had the sink in the apartment that we're at, and we had replaced this bad sink that they had in there with this one. So we took this one out, put the old one back in the old place, and now we have this sink outside. Now in the kitchen we will have another sink. And so that happened. And God, can you see our fruit orchard back here? Really growing up. Speaking of that, and we're going to try and use maybe a concoction of garlic, water, and soap to try and stop the bugs from eating the cacao. Yeah, they're eating all the cacao leaves. So we got that. That's happening. And I wanted to update with, we ended up putting coffee plants in between the potato plants here. So you can see all this is growing up and starting to rain, so we won't be out here for very long. But I don't know if you can see that coffee plant in there. But now that they're shaded, they're doing really good, right? Yeah, look at this. They're happy in the shade in here. So that was a really good thing. And let's go ahead, Nat, and get under the cover here because it's starting to rain.
Look, big cow back
Yeah, check that out. Wow. And update on the solar and everything. Solar's working really well. Oh, it's coming down now. Woo. The solar's been working really well, right? Here, let's sit down. We've been running the air.
Yes.
Basically what we do is we turn on the air after dinner.
Oh, beautiful rainbow.
Oh, I'm not sure if they can see the rainbow or not. Can you all see the rainbow? Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, double rainbow. Look at that. Very cool. So we turn on the air at night in the evening.
Yes.
Cool down the house, and our two batteries keep it going.
Yeah.
And because we don't have it really cold, not much colder than outside, because it cools down about 1 o'clock in the evening and night, and so the compressor doesn't come on that much, so we don't use that much of the battery. We've ran it all night, and we've also run it to about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, then I open the windows because it's nice outside. So that's our option there. It's going to be loud in this thing with this thing. Now, if you're wondering, is it that loud in the room? And we can show them some of the stuff we've done to the room. We've made the house more livable. And I'll open up the curtain here. It was closed because of the afternoon sun. But now we have a desk to work on the computer. I'm using unlimited internet package that I got that cost me about $30 a month. So we got that. We've got a bed now. Woohoo! And because we don't have a cabinet for our clothes, we've got containers that'll slide right under the bed. They fit perfect to hold clothes, electronics, and stuff like that. Our refrigerator's in here. It's been running really good, right?
Yes.
And we have a little thing for holding stuff for cooking stuff. Even though we didn't have a kitchen, we wanted to heat up coffee and things like that.
Make cereal.
And make cereal, that's right. And like I said, the air is doing really well. Now this light is interesting story here. This is an LED light. It's 3 colors. I mentioned that it wasn't working so good before. And you can see it was a lot quieter in there, but the rain seems to have let up a little bit now. And nice, still got the rainbow.
Yeah, beautiful.
And so the light. At night, one of our biggest problems is at night the bugs, right?
Yeah, a lot of bugs.
Yeah, a lot of bugs at night because of the lights. And so we've been going to bed early, waking up early, as I mentioned earlier today. And I got the light going to the 3 colors again.
Yeah,
But when you turn off the LEDs, they stay on. They don't go off all the way. So we put this black bag around it.
The people they tell me they come fix the toilet yesterday. They tell me because they don't have the
Yeah, they
ground.
said maybe because the ground's not good enough. I have it grounded to one of the bolts that are in the cement, and so maybe that'll fix that problem. We're not sure. We'll see. But anyway, the light's working for the 3 colors. We put a bag around it because it stays on at night. It never goes off completely. It's got power running to it. The outside lights really attract a lot of bugs. And so about this time in the evening is about the time we start thinking about dinner, because we try and get dinner early because of the bugs out here with the lights on. Now hopefully we'll be able to remedy some of that when we get the kitchen set up. But we'll probably still eat early because of the bugs that come out when you turn on the lights, you know. So that's been a little bit of an issue. The only issue with the house that we had was the toilet rocked. They didn't secure the toilet to the floor well enough.
Yeah.
And they came out yesterday and bolted it down better. And so it seems to be okay now. So that was the deal. And we're happy that we got them out here yesterday because they said don't do anything really major to the house or you lose your warranty, your 6-month guarantee or whatever. And so when they were hooking the kitchen, the roof, they said, can we weld to the steel that's already on the house? And Nat and I looked at each other and go, who's going to make this call? Because we're going to lose our warranty if they weld. But it's going to make the roof more secure, so we said go ahead and weld to it. So that's about it. Howard, one of our members, is in Cha'am now, which is really cool. He's been biking around. I think he said he lost 10 kilos already biking around. Yeah, very good. And he opted to get his visa once he got to Thailand, which kept him from having to have all that major medical insurance requirement if you get an OX back in your home country. And so he's happy. It seems like in Cha'am he's doing really well. He's posted some pictures in our forum, some great pictures biking around. You can cross the road. What's in it, Pet Kasim? Yeah, Pet Kasim Road, and go to the other side and go up out of there. There's like little mountainous areas over there, like hills and stuff. It's really cool. So he's been biking around doing that. That's really cool. We did have one question. It's more of a comment from James and his wife in Hawaii. And what he's asked was, when he saw where we put the house, he said, it would have been better, wouldn't it have been great to have put the house on the pond, overlooking the balcony, overlooking the pond. Yeah. And it would have been a great idea. The challenge we had was with the solar. Solar in the water, especially the solar, because the DC power doesn't travel very far. So if it's going to power, our solar system is going to power the little house and the bigger structure that we're going to build in the future, we needed to have the solar next to it. And we would have had to put the solar in the garden, in between the Quan and the new structure we were going to build, and then it was going to be far away from where we put the pump. This just made it a little bit better, but we will probably end up putting solar or something to sit out there at the pond and watch the sunset and stuff.
And too loud.
Yeah, and we're trying to get as far away from Nat's parents' house as we can.
Because my dad, he looked the TV.
Yeah, her dad watches the TV, so we'd have to hear the TV, and and Gopher, little guy, he likes to scream a little bit. So the further we got away from there, the better we were, and that was another goal, James. So, or your wife, tell her that too. So this is why we ended up back over here where we are now. But yeah, the evening's really nice, especially when there's a breeze, to be able to sit out on the Quan. And we're thinking about now we got to put some some excrement in the water in there to start growing some algae, so there's food when we throw the tilapia in there. So we're looking into getting that done, so we can start stocking, because it's going to take about 2 months for the fish to grow up big enough to be able to eat. And we're again thinking about putting up the little greenhouses. That's going to be happening. Our kitchen will be going up. Now this is the first step of the kitchen. They're only putting up the roof this time. So we're trying to budget this thing as we go along, and so we'll have a roof. We might be eating under the roof, putting up a MacGyver wall or something. But we'll see. We're not sure exactly how that's all going to work, but it's going to be really nice having a roof up over there.
Yeah. It's cooler.
Yeah, it'd be cooler. And we've got the insulated roof going up, and so that's really cool. But that's what's been going on. One of our members said something about this being the Doomsday Prepper videos, or about the house and stuff like that. There was a number of reasons we did this, and in case something did happen that was unforeseen with this whole COVID and everything, and the lockdowns and supply disruptions and things like that, yeah, it'd probably be a good idea. I said this before, to have your own, be self-sufficient. We'd have our own power, water, and hopefully some food. But really, all the content that we used to do was about traveling around Thailand and living in different places, and you can't really do any of that now.
Yeah.
And we visited most of the places anyway. We were sort of getting bored with cruising around, right?
Tired, older, tired.
Yeah, as we get older, we don't want to travel as much. But, we needed some new content, something to focus on for ourselves, give us something to do every day, and create new content about. And I think this was a good project. So this became a project. The kids were getting older as well, and so we wanted to spend time with them before, they get older and out of school. So even though we came and visited often, now that they're not in school, and there's rumors that they might start again in November, but we wanted to come hang out with them and spend time. We didn't know they would be knocking at the door at 6:30 in the morning. That's a little early, so today we gave them a little bit of rules and said, okay, how about not knocking on the door until 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Give Papa a little quiet time with his coffee. Yeah. So that's it. Just wanted to get everybody up to speed as to what's going on. I think it was Phil said, he's pretty amazed at how much we've gotten done in the short amount of time we've been doing this. I said to Nat, yesterday or the day before, if you look at the video, especially that intro in the YouTube video where it's just dirt, to what we have now, there is a lot. Phil mentioned it, and it's like he made sort of the list of all the stuff that we've done. There is a lot. And I mentioned this to Nat yesterday, I think it was. If you look at really what we've accomplished in this amount of time, there's a big change. We've got a structure we can live in. The kitchen's going up. Got the slab that was poured, a pond that's ready to stock fish now. We tested out growing food, and we can grow food in the soil. It grew really well. Our eggplants did really well. We still have eggplants. Still have some cherry tomatoes, but they're sort of splitting as they get older. They're splitting. I'm not sure what's happening with that. But anyway, we've got plants growing, flowers now planted. Things are going good. Everything's pretty much growing because it's rainy season. But if it gets dry again in the winter, we've got our irrigation, our pump. And the solar's handling it all pretty good. So that's it. Listen. You can hear some birds. Hear the traffic a little ways away. The traffic, that road is about almost a kilometer from here. But we can still hear some of the traffic. So that's how quiet it gets. A little road here that people travel up and down. And now that they paved that big road out there, last night we heard there's some motorbikes out there racing around or something. Yeah, everything's cool.
Now we have a lot of birds come here, green bird, blue bird.
Yeah, some nice looking birds out here. And so now's the time that we'll get together, get some food together. The kids like to come over and hang out and eat with us some of the time, and that's our day in Isan. On the farm. You saw it. Usually, if the guys weren't here working, we'd be planting the trees or doing some of the work on the land that's usually too hot during the day to do, and so we would be doing that. But this time, because those guys were working on the kitchen, we decided just to chill and then finish up the video with you all. So I hope you've enjoyed this little update. Thailand is still a good place to be hanging out right now, and things are getting better. I notice now they're talking about, the number of cases are going down, and they're going to open up back up. No matter what, we're opening up and all this stuff. So I think things are going to get better now. So we'll see. Hopefully the kids will be in school, and then when the kids go to school, It'll be really good because then they won't be knocking at the door in the morning. They'll be at school, and we'll have the mornings to ourselves, and the kids won't come back until, what, about 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something like that. So there you go. What do you think? Farm life? 1 thumb up? 2 thumbs up?
Some motorcycle on the road.
Yeah. Some motorcycles coming anyway. So anyway, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed our little farm update.
Take care. Bye-bye. Dinner time.
Nat said, hey, we should film dinner because we haven't finished editing the video yet.
Yeah.
And sort of this ends where we started out. It came full circle in a day, right? Yeah, this is where we started out in the morning. And what do we have for dinner?
ผัดกะเพราไก่
Pat kapao gai, which is, kapao is a type of basil, pat is stir fried, and gai is chicken. So we got chicken basil,
and salad chicken
a Caesar salad. We actually got that from 7-Eleven. And who cooked the food?
Papa.
Oh my God. And how is it?
Very good. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. So there you go. This actually finishes our day at the farm, right? And as you can hear, nice little rain going on. No weed eaters. Nice, huh? And we'll switch this around. You can see a little bit of a rain cloud out there. Right? Nice. The end of the day at the farm, right?
Yes.
Now we're going to say goodbye. See ya. Have a good week. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.